If something happened to you tomorrow, would your spouse know where everything is, right? We're talking bank accounts, logins, all this information. Well, this is one of the most overlooked estate planning documents we're going to tell you about today. It's the letter of instruction. We're going to break down why it's so important, why you need it, and what all it covers coming up next. Welcome in. This is All Things Retirement. I am Ben George with Anthony Aulffo at the Cardinal Wealth Group. Anthony, good to see you on video. I know it's been a little break on the show, but glad to have you back.
Yeah, thanks. Looking forward to it. It's been about a year and a half. Looking forward to getting back to it with you, Ben.
Yeah, I know we're moving to video. So if you're listening to us, come find us on YouTube. Just search Cardinal Wealth Group and come find us, join us there. But today's conversation is a good one because I think a lot of people, when they think about estate planning, Anthony, don't think about this letter of instruction, right? But as you've kind of pointed out, you've had a lot of these conversations recently, which is kind of the reason why we're covering this today, right?
Absolutely. And it's one of those things where you think it would just be a normal document that almost your attorney would think to kind of give to you. And it's not a common document that you get at all. And we recently sent out an email to our clients about a month ago and had a tremendous amount of feedback, even from non-clients saying, thank you, this is a peace of mind. And I've been wondering about this. It's kept me up at night. And so I thought it might be a good idea to have an episode on it.
Yeah, and I think this is an important topic because this is probably more relevant now than it's ever been because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've got so many different accounts, so many different logins, passwords. I mean, if I tried to sit down and just tell everybody something, I would just forget stuff on my own, just trying to list everything off. So this is more important now than it's ever been.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think if you were to talk to your spouse or loved ones and you'd say, where are your accounts? Where's your investment logins, your insurance policies, trust documents? Most people would maybe think that their estate plans cover that. But in truth, the best wills and trusts don't tell your family where things are at.
All right, we're going to jump into this again. Remember, you can always get in touch, cardinalwg.com. All the contact info in the show description as well. So make sure you check that out. So let's just start it off because I don't know if everybody is familiar about what a letter of instruction is. So what exactly does it cover?
Yeah, a letter of instruction is simply just a non-legal document written to your spouse or family or the executor. It outlines everything that you would really need to know if something happens to you. Your will and trust handle kind of the legal mechanics of everything, but a letter of instruction kind of handles like the real world logistics. Legal documents tell your heirs like who gets what. A letter of instruction tells them where things are, who to call, how to get started. Think of it as a roadmap for your family during one of those difficult times.
Yeah, and I could see how this could be pretty valuable, right? I mean, this matters quite a bit. It's not a legal document, but this still has a lot of importance for the planning and especially for those that you leave behind.
I mean, knowing like where your accounts are, who the insurance agent is, which accounts are titled into the different names. I mean, your spouse may not know any of these things, right? And if something happens to you, it gives them a place as to where to start, who they should call first. Do they even know like where these accounts exist? So I think it's just one of those things that anybody could really benefit from. It doesn't have to be on some formal document. It could be on a loose leaf. Not that that's where I would start, but it certainly can be just one of those things as a starting point.
Yeah, and I know you said you sent this out to your clients there at Cardinal Wealth Group, and I know we're going to maybe drop a link to one in the show notes as well, so you can kind of see it for yourself. But kind of take us through everything that a good LOI covers.
Yeah, again, like where your accounts are held. I mean, think about the more stuff you accumulate over time, people have accounts scattered at different banks. So having a place to just know where each account is, who your trusted professionals are. I mean, there's plenty of conversations that we've had with people that we've only met one spouse initially. And if something were to happen to them, they may not realize that I'm one of the trusted professionals for them, right? So just listing all those important individuals out, where the documents are actually held, how do you begin settling your estate, instructions for your pets, your property, other personal wishes, really any logistical guidance that would otherwise maybe have some confusion, that you're just providing some clarity around it. It's endless in terms of the topics that you could put out there. It's really anything that's important to you. Certainly there's the main ones that are financial that comes to mind, password shares, pets. I mean, those are like children to people. So just, I have, for my own wife, if something happens to me, we have a ton of advisors that we know, that we hang out and friends with, but I'm like, don't call these guys, call, just this person or that person. Those are the other people that I think would take care of you. So just simple things like that can go a long way during a tough time.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. And that's kind of a good breakdown of what all it consists of. But I'm sure a lot of people would just kind of hear that and go, man, that's a lot to get my hands around, right? And a lot to try to get organized. I don't have the time. It's one of those things where you need to get done, but you just keep putting it off and putting it off. So what's the best way to maybe go about this? Maybe make it a little bit simpler by listing out some steps for people.
Yeah. So like step one, if you don't have a financial plan, I'd probably start there. That has the basics of your balance sheet, talking about assets and debts, retirement accounts, insurance policies, beneficiary designations, any loans, location of important documents. So think of that as kind of like the step one. And then how do you organize it? You can organize it by each account, or category, or by the person who handles what. I would just say there's no perfection to it. Clarity is just giving them an idea of where to start and go from there. And then you can kind of get a little bit more broad with any personal notes. A letter will likely, be helpful to kind of give them some instructions or explanations or words of encouragement. Sometimes, this is a powerful place to show them that you've taken the time to really help hold their hand, even though while you're really no longer there. And then maybe other things to where your spouse can find these certain documents. Obviously, the password share is a big one that we really haven't touched on. I think, having a password share, think about everything is online today, having a place that you can go and be able to log in. So maybe I wouldn't list the passwords on this letter of instruction in case somebody were to find it. So maybe just referencing, go to our shared password and build that out. Everything's from your Netflix password that's constantly changing to your most important documents for your investment accounts. I would kind of have everything on there. Just would make life a lot easier. And again, you can broaden it from there. It's kind of choose your own adventure as to what you really want to put on there. But those would probably be the 4 or 5 steps that I would take and list it out there. And I think, if we share this document in show notes, that would go a long way.
Yeah, it would. And is this something that you keep a copy of for your clients, or is this something that, hey, here's the format to kind of follow, but you take this, you store it yourself, you handle it, but I just want to make sure that you have everything you need to set up that executor or your wife or whoever it is?
Whenever we have our financial portal that we build out for every single one of our clients. We don't require them to use it, certainly because a lot of times people have maybe their own ways of doing things, but we just say, hey, this is your financial portal. It's a secured login that you can share documents like your estate planning documents, your tax returns, and any types of letters of instruction to your family. So you can keep this here with us and we can have a copy. We really leave it up to them. One of the things I will say is that if spouse or executors do know about us, we're at least going to have that roadmap, the asset listing, and a lot of the starting point of where people can get started. So we do offer it. It's not something that we do make anyone required to use.
Okay. Well, again, this is, look, one of the maybe most overlooked documents, right, in estate planning. It's one you might not think of, but it means so much for those that you leave behind. You want to make it as simple as possible. It's already difficult enough. So having this letter of instruction can really make things, streamline things for them. And again, like you pointed out, Anthony, make you understand that, hey, I took the time to care about you and make sure that you had everything you need when I was no longer here. And this is just kind of part of the planning process at Cardinal Wealth Group, which you can begin that Cardinal success journey now, find out if you're a good fit to work with them. This is just kind of a overall example of kind of how you do planning and the care you take with each of your clients, Anthony, because I'm assuming not every advisor is providing this letter of instruction?
I don't think so. It's not every financial plan is as focused on estate planning either. So it just might be one of those things that just kind of gets away. And, if we can bring that type of thing to the table to even people that aren't with us, I think it's just helpful to pass on good information.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, you can go to cardinalwg.com to get more. And also, we're going to drop this in the show description. So make sure you check it out, download it, take a look at it, fill it out too, right? Go ahead and take that next step and take the action to make sure that your family is taken care of when you're no longer with us. But that'll do it for this episode of All Things Retirement. Again, please subscribe. We're on YouTube now. If you haven't joined us over there, come over, hit subscribe for us. We appreciate that support. Anthony, good to see you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Pat.
Information provided is for informational purposes only and does not constitute tax, investment, or legal advice. Please consult a qualified professional before taking any action.